Hi everyone, and this is the Legendary Hour back in with more. This time I'm going to be doing another Hasbro Beyblade Burst Turbo unboxing. This one's going to be for Blizzard X Gaianon G4 and Kerbeus K4. So I see the two Beyblades in the front of the package, and then shows the anime look at them battling. Down the back you see Blizzard X Gaianon is a right spin Beyblade, and it has 1 in Hunter Slingshot. It also has 2 for speed and 4 for power. And for Kerbeus K4, it's a right spin Beyblade and has heavy and survive slingshot, which has 0 power and 6 speed. Then for the other stats, you can kind of just pause to read them. They're actually pretty small, so I'm not even sure why they made them that small. Anyway, let's get on to the unboxing. Basically, it came with instructions and just these two Beyblades, which are Blizzard X Gaianon and Kerbeus K4. And I'll actually do kind of a little bit of a comparison between Kerbeus K4 and the Japanese Karatomi version of it. So just comparing these two, it seems like the colors are more vibrant for Karatomi. It just looks better overall. And there aren't really stickers missing, so I guess that's a plus. And at least the K is pointing the right direction. Now on the back, see one has teeth, the other one has slopes. There's the QR code if you want to scan it. But there's actually one problem with this Beyblade, and that is that this actually doesn't work, because for the Karatomi one, it's supposed to have a little bit of a gimmick where this piece, this is an actual piece that's kind of like rubberish. It's kind of like some kind of rubber material, and you could kind of see it moving a little bit whenever I kind of like press upon it, but here, whenever I try and move it or press upon it, it just stays in one spot. So this is basically just painted plastic, and this is actually a whole different layer of plastic that was right there to kind of use as shock absorbers. But you know, this gimmick didn't really work. This just feels like it was stripped of its powers and whatever made it special. So this is going to be really interesting to see how strong it is in battle. The Karatomi one came with a painted disc. The Hasbro one has a regular heavy disc. They both have the heavy disc, so that's good. And this is where the problems arise, where there's actually revolve for the Karatomi one, and for Hasbro they gave it survive slingshot. Seems pretty messed up, but I'm not really sure how well that's gonna work. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But the way to actually switch to the slingshot on this one is to, there are these two little tabs that kind of protrude out, and then you just slide them over to the other side. Wait, what? Slide them over to the other side. Oh. So I actually kind of put some force on it. I think there needs to be some force, so that way it can actually go down. That is so weird. I mean, it's supposed to work on its own, but this just isn't a good start, especially for my video. Anyway, let's go on to Blizzard X Gaianon. Blizzard X Gaianon's layers. It looks pretty cool. It looks like, kind of looks like it was frozen in ice, except for the G is really foggy and I can't even see it. And there is a QR code if you want to scan it. It looks pretty nice. I like it. Then this is the one disc. Seeing this with Surgic Scalius. Nothing much to say about it. Except for it's one side. And this is the Hunter Slingshot driver. As you can tell by the print, is Hunter. Which is actually seems to be about as wide as extreme. It seems to be about as wide as extreme, but there's actually a problem with this too. It looks like an eraser from a pencil. Plus, the way to transform this sling is the way to take it to slingshot mode is to twist, pull, and twist. So it looks like an even better eraser. And plus, since this is basically just white rubber like how Dragon's tip was, Dragon's tip, this is gonna get dirty really easy. So I wouldn't recommend using this too much. Anyway, let's put these rails together and I'll tell you my thoughts. First, Blizzard X Gaianon. Okay, this is actually pretty tight. This has potential to become one of the better slingshot Beyblades out there. I really hope that the stamina doesn't bring it down though. Now, Kerbeus K4. Let's see what kind of monstrosity this is. Oh! Wow. That's actually pretty tight for once. I wish the tip worked a little bit better, but other than that, this might be pretty good. Now let's do a test band test battle. Okay, first, Blizzard X Gaianon in battering mode. 3, 2, 1, light. Wow. It's in battering mode and it's already riding the rails. It looks really nice when it's spinning though. I like it. Okay. And the tip isn't really too dirty, so let's put it in slingshot mode. 3, 2, 1, light. Now it's a little bit more aggressive than last time, so that kind of helps you determine if it's in slingshot mode or not. I'm just trying not to have it in the arena too long or else the tip will get way too dirty. Okay, now here's the moment of truth. Guardian Kerbeus. 3, 2, 1, light. Okay, for battering mode, it seems to be pretty much just at standstill like a regular stamina type, which is pretty good. And now, let's move in slingshot mode. I really hope this works though. 3, 2, 1, light. Okay, that is crazy. You actually need the same amount of speed to kind of jump the rails. And that's basically what Kerbeus was doing, so I believe that these two may actually change the game a lot. Or at least a little bit. So, now let's do a test battle between both these Beyblades. First, let's start off in battering mode. 3, 2, 1, light. Okay, so Guardian Kerbeus just outspun it. Let's try and do that one more time. Okay, back hit. Yeah, I feel like Blizzard X Gaianon just doesn't have the stamina to kind of keep up its good reputation for the slopes. Giant Kerbeus is doing good though, because the Takara one would have bursted by now. Now, let's go on to Slingshot mode. Three, two, one, light. Okay, Giant Kerbeus. It's round one. I think I'm gonna just do one more round to kind of see how well this works. 3, 2, 1, let it go. For the most part, they're just missing each other and not really making contact. Kinda weird. Okay, so Giant Kerbeus won, but something feels a little bit weird about this. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, that's what happened. So during the battles, not sure if you can see it. I'm gonna try and make it focus. So during the battles, there were actually a little bit of paint loss with this. For some reason, Hasbro just paints their Beyblades on like the sides. Whenever they put that paint on it, just kind of rubs off during battle. So that's a horrible fate that they had to suffer from. Anyway, like if you want, favorite if you want, and subscribe for more awesomeness. See you next time. Bye, and I'm proving to be legendary.